On Sunday the 23rd of August, Naas Racecourse, where we are now, will host the inaugural running of the Ballyhane Stakes. It's a 2-year-old race worth €320,000 for horses with a median auction value of €75,000. It's over 6 furlongs. I could tell you all about Naas in the winter, 2-mile hurdles, 3-mile chases, but who wants to know what I think about the summer? So I found a local man who knows all about it, the greatest of them all, Mick Kinane. How are you, Mick?
Good, Ruby.
Keeping well?
Fantastic.
You're on the board here in Naas, Mick, as well, aren't you?
I'm on the board, yeah, which is nice. Very good, fantastic race course, which everybody will see, and local track, and been very successful here over the years, so it's nice to be part of it again.
You've had plenty of success here, but we're down already at the 1.25 start, which to me, it's all right over jumps, but in the winter, summertime, this is probably the only narrow part of Naas. It's quite tight here, and it's a short enough run to the first bend.
Yeah, you got to get out here pretty smart to make that corner, get yourself started, because you turn a good bit from there to about the 6.5 or the 6 furlong gate, you know, so you need your position by that corner. So. And the 1.5 starts back behind us. Back behind us, yeah.
To me, even looking at it, when we move on a bit, people will see like the mile and the 6 furlong straights in Naas, or the mile at one bend. They're brilliant tracks.
Oh, it's, yeah, fantastic. Yeah, you know, we got a mile shoot there, and you've a long run in. You've got 5 odd furlongs before you start turning, nearly, and then you've that straight 5 and 6 furlongs, and you know it's equal to anywhere in the world.
We'll go and have a look.
Yeah.
So Mick, we've jumped around the corner from the 1.25 start and come right back in here to the mile shoot. I think it looks a great start. From a rider's point of view, how did you find it?
You have 4 furlongs to sort yourself out. You know, it's a beautiful sliding climb. You know, there's no draw bias. You know, if you want to get a position, it should be easy got. If you have the horse. As
you said, sliding incline all the way, so whether it's 1 or 18, it's just that the fact that it's dead straight across there for 4 furlongs.
And like, you don't have to be down inside all the time, you know. It's nice to be in front here or close on the lead, but if you get down inside back, it's not easy to get a run here in the straight because everything stays down inside, you know. So if you're outside, you don't have to be in a hurry. You can let the field sort itself out here and then gradually poke your way into a nice position that suits you, to leave you options once you start to get into the home straight. We'll
get over there in a minute, but it is a pretty sweeping bend as well. You start to climb or to turn just after the 4 and you're at the 3 before you get in there.
Yes, yeah, you know, it's a nice gradual turn, no problems, and you know, unless you have a big field, they won't really be in a hurry to start getting out because it's still a long way up, and as you know here, it's a very stiff finish.
And people aren't afraid to run horses here. I mean, on the 23rd of March this year, Lemista and Even So both started their campaigns right here.
Absolutely, it's a fantastic racetrack.
They're off in the early stages, Lemista to the outside.
So Mick, we're at the 7 furlong start now, 4 furlong further on. It made no difference over jumps, 2.5, 2, 3 was the same thing. But it must have made a huge difference on the flat. 7 furlongs to the mile?
Well, you're just outside sprint distance, you know, things are happening much quicker, and getting your premium position is key as you drop down in distances, and the bend is going to come up quick, you know, so draw is a big help if you can be in here and get a nice position and get a control.
So you said draw was key, so you're drawn in, that meant you had to commit forward, obviously.
Well, yeah, good start, never refuse a good start.
When you get forward then, with other people thinking likewise, did you run the risk of being taken on and going a bit quick to that bend?
Well, if somebody wants to get it, you make him work for it. And then you pay a penalty.
A free lunch,
no free lunch, no. If he wants it, he has to earn it.
Mom, we look at the 6. Mick, we've been to the mile and the 7, we're down here now at the 6 furlong straight. Different track, well, bar the home straight, but it's dead straight up. Loads of width. This is where the Ballyhane Stakes will start. 20 runners spread across the track, dead straight line. Does it matter, left, right?
No, straight. Doesn't matter whether you're drawing low or high here. No bias. Just go straight.
It's 21 years ago, you rode Giants Causeway here in a maiden. Like, good horses come here the whole time. Siskin 2 years ago.
Absolutely. You know, Ballyhane, we're happy to come here well back, and there's a lot of improvements made here to this sprint track, this early part. There was a lot of ridges in it, and we've removed all that. And then now you can see it's a beautiful track. It's level, slight little incline then to about the 2.5 pole, and then you have a good swing up and stiff finish.
It's a great race, that Ballyhane Stakes. You think about it, like 560 odd entries. It's even going to be a silver race. I mean, for 2-year-old owners in this environment, some year to have it.
This is fantastic. You know, for Joe Foley and EBF to come up with this race, and especially the times we're in, it's hard enough to get a big race that everyone's going to focus in and look at, and reward people who've invested in the 2-year-olds with a big pot, and hopefully we'll get them back to buy more.
There's a huge English entry in the race as well, and not a huge amount of English trainers might know much about Naas, but Tim used to be the winner here a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like, it is a perfect sprint track with a stiff finish.
There's no excuses here. You won't have excuses where you're drawn. Just a question, hoping you have the fastest horse.
That's what happens. You get to a sprint, fastest horse wins.
Yeah.
And really quickening up now is Joins Causeway, who's opened up a margin of half a dozen lengths and striding right away. This is the most impressive newcomer. Winning Ears Prick. Sura races through in a second, and going to the line, Joins Causeway from Sura.
Mick, you pass by the 4 sharp bend in here to the 3. It's such a short turn before you meet this long uphill straight.
Yeah, it happens quick. Like that'll take you about 12 seconds to negotiate that bend, so that'll happen quick.
And like when you turn in, it's level to almost a 2 before it climbs all the way home.
Yeah.
Do you find horses starting to slow down when they meet the incline, or do they get empty before it?
No. A little bit, like any decent horse will have 2 furlongs in him to accelerate and maintain. Outside of that, he's going to run out of gas.
So the key is get round the bend, down to the 2 before
get
you
levelled off and get in balance, you know. Get running down to the 2. It'll depend on what's happening around you or who's your opposition. If they're making a goal, you have to stay on top of them. You can't give them too much of a start. But it's a big pull. That last 50 yards here is a lot can happen. You're running into a little funnel here. Horses can lose a bit of concentration, and also you have the hill to contend with. So a lot can happen the last 50 yards. The race can change.
It's also the junction of the sprint track where it meets the round course as such. Like, I know in a sprint you hit top gear fairly quick.
Well, people mightn't realise that a racehorse from stand and start in 3.4 seconds and can be in top speed. So that's pretty quick.
Let's hold on to your next top stuff.
That's hanging on.
And then, but obviously, like the 5 is a bit closer than the 6, so they'll hit top gear fairly rapid in the sprint. Will they steady from the 4 to the 3 and build again, or do they tend just to go?
The old adage of how to ride a sprint is go for 2, sit for 1, go for 2. That was the old way of.
And in a 6 furlong race, go for 2, sit for 2, go for 2.
It'd be about it.
About
if you have the right horse.
About as simple as that, was it?
If you can keep it simple, yes.
But like, so go for 2, sit for 2, get to the 2, go again. But when you're riding a stiffer track like this with an incline, do you have to try and preserve for a bit longer?
Oh, you do. You've got to keep in mind that there's always someone coming. You know, if you think that the furlong pole here, oh, I've only a furlong to go, it's a long, lonely furlong here. You used to call it the punter's graveyard at one time.
I'd say it probably still is.
Yeah.
We'll mosey on up a bit further. Mick, we're up at the top of the hill, and you can see from here just how stiff it is to the finish in this.
Yeah, well, you don't realise how stiff it is until you come up and stand here and look back at it, you know. So you can see why the last 50 yards can be a long way here, and you've run right into the stands here and get you very close to the public here, and you can really hear them and feel them here.
It was the same over jumps. I mean, it's one of the unique tracks in Ireland as to how close the public actually are to the action.
Yeah,
They're nearly in on top of you.
You're standing here at this paling, you know, and you can't get any closer to it, you know. And we have a lovely new stand here, and fantastic owner experience to be had here if you have runners.
It looks beautiful. It's definitely added to it. Even the design of it, it makes what's a quaint little venue even more attractive.
Yeah, it's a great place to view a race. Upstairs or downstairs for the general public. You know, there's a railing there. You can see the parade ring and the racetrack from it. So
it's always an enjoyable place to ride, and it's an enjoyable place to come racing.
Yes, it's a place that I enjoy racing anyway.